Hello and welcome to Cadenza. We often talk about the magic of songwriting. A person or persons sit about, often noodling around on their instrument or instruments of choice until something pops into their heads, and then they work through it, making it, until they feel it's finished. Then they send it off. Magic. The process seems to be pretty much the same whether you are a newcomer to the game or you are a well-seasoned professional, or anywhere in the middle. I guess if there's a difference, it's that for the professional, songs are commodity. Songs are their bread and butter. A bad analogy would be that the songwriter needs to create songs and get them out there and get paid for them the same way someone who makes a living selling jewelry or mittens on Etsy does, whatever platform you prefer. I think the pool of professional songwriters can then be further divided into the murky terrain that is publishing-based production-type songwriters on one side and songwriters who primarily write content for their own bands or their own music projects on the other. And I say murky because I'm certain that there are people who shift back and forth between camps depending on where they focus their work. For example, people like Diane Warren, Linda Perry, and Max Martin have written tons of famous songs for other performers. Unless they are attached to a performer for a specific project or whatever, these writer types generally create their songs and then shop them out to people who may need them. They are not usually the ones who record the songs and take them up the charts. Now, a writer like David Bowie created songs primarily for his own recordings, at least initially. And while he recorded cover songs, the work of others, and created songs for others, his songs were primarily for him. See? Murky. When we drift back to where the practice of production-based music writing for publishers was just taking off, it could be said that the songwriting in that environment had a very factory-made feel to it. It's not that the songs sound factory-made, it's more that the song generation was more process-driven. When you consider the writers of Tin Pan Alley, it was just that. The writers worked for the publishers who needed songs to publish, otherwise they were in the wrong business. So the writers got at it. When you are working to create volume, I think you tend to focus more on getting the song done than what inspires the song or what your personal attachments might be or whatever. They still use prompts and such built on and padded by their own personal experiences, or at least their imaginations, but they needed to make songs. There was not a lot of time or patience spent on someone who needed to find their voice or follow their muse. We need a love song. Okay, go. We need a breakup song. Okay, go. We need a song about how your chewing gum loses its flavor on the bedpost overnight. Okay, go. Today's song is Make Believe from 1921. The music was written by Jack Shilkret and the lyrics by Benny Davis. Writer Paula McLean once referred to the song as the most lilting and persuasive treatise on self-delusion I'd ever heard. And she's not entirely wrong. The whole message of the song is that if things are in the dumper, just make believe you're all good and eventually they will be. Ta-da! As to whether it's the most persuasive treatise on self-delusion could be debated. I had not heard it put that way before. To think that we can delude ourselves into behaving a certain way or to make ourselves feel happy seems like a reach, but there certainly is a market for that kind of content. Pretend, released by Nat King Cole in 1952, is nearly a carbon copy to Make Believe thematically, as is the famous Smile from 1954, also covered by Nat King Cole. Make Believe predates those songs by over 30 years. We still have them today, even though lyrically they may not be as direct as Make Believe, Pretend, or Smile. There are songs that talk about your smile being out of place, of getting back up and dusting yourself off, shaking it off, hiding your tears, or lying to yourself and others to show them that you are okay, at least on the outside. There's a great song recorded by the Alan Parsons Project and Pat Benatar called Don't Let It Show, which again has a similar message but adds the notion that if you let others see what you're feeling, they win and you lose. It's weird to think that if you pretend to be okay, you will look okay, no one will notice, and eventually you can will yourself into being okay. I'm pretty sure that's not how it goes. We still need to make some progress there, but we're learning that if you have to bottle up your stuff so much that it hurts you, it's not healthy. Who cares what others think? In 1921, Jack Shilkret and Benny Davis probably could care less about the nuance that comes with the message. They were production writers working to develop and deliver product. We need a song about feeling good when you're sad, or sorry as they put it back then. Go. And out comes make-believe. It's not about believing in magic dragons or going to a faraway place on an adventure or anything like that. It's straight up telling you to solve your problems by imagining that they don't exist. As I noted before, songs from this period have a tendency to drift to extremes. Dark songs were very dark. Lighter songs seemed cloyingly upbeat or sickeningly sweet. But every era had their stuff to deal with, and that might be what connected with the listening audience. I first heard the original recording a few years ago when I decided I wanted to play around with it a bit to see what happens. Turns out, in my mind, it could have been easily reworked into a British-based pop song from the early 60s. The chords are there, and I thought bringing up the tempo a bit and making it a bit more buoyant makes it sound happier, or maybe even more self-delusional. I still think about it. I think with a full band, this tune could rock a bit. I included a link to the original recording in the comments so you can check that out. And here is my acoustic version of Make Believe. There are times when you feel sad and blue. Something's wrong, you don't know what to do. When you feel that way, stop and think a while. Just make believe and smile. Make believe you were glad when you're sorry. Sunshine will follow the rain. When things go wrong, it won't be long. Soon they'll be right again. Though your love dreams have gone, make believe, don't let on. Smile though your heart may be broken. When bad luck departs, you'll find good luck starts. Don't grieve, just make believe. When your dearest friends have turned away and blue skies above have turned to gray, don't worry, for it may not all be true. Here's my advice to you. Make believe you were glad when you're sorry. Sunshine will follow the rain. When things go wrong, it won't be long. Soon they'll be right again. Though your love dreams have gone, make believe, don't let on. Smile though your heart may be broken. When bad luck departs, you'll find good luck starts. Don't grieve, just make believe. Till next time, play freely.